A stranger showed up at my dad's funeral and told me a story I had never heard before. My dad lived a quiet life. He worked at a small hardware store, came home at the same time every day, ate dinner, watched TV, went to bed early. Nothing about him seemed extraordinary. Honestly, I used to think he lived a pretty ordinary life. When he passed away last year, the funeral was small, mostly family, a few co-workers, some neighbors. But halfway through the service, I noticed someone standing near the back of the room. A young guy I didn't recognize, early 20s, nervous, like he wasn't sure if he should even be there. He stayed near the door the whole time, didn't talk to anyone. After the service ended and people began leaving, he slowly walked over to me. "Are you his son?" he asked. I nodded. He shook my hand like it really mattered. Then he said something unexpected. "Your dad helped me change my life." I assumed he meant something at the hardware store. Maybe my dad helped him with a project. But the guy shook his head. "No, you don't understand." Then he told me a story I had absolutely no idea about. For years earlier, he had come into the hardware store looking for tools. Cheap ones. He kept putting things back on the shelf because he couldn't afford them. My dad noticed. Eventually, he asked what the tools were for. The guy explained he was trying to fix an old motorcycle. He needed it to get to a job interview across town. His car had already broken down. The motorcycle was the only vehicle he had left. But he didn't have enough money for the tools. According to him, my dad looked at the basket, then looked back at him and said, "Wait here a minute." He walked into the back room. A few minutes later, he came back with a small box. Inside were used tools from the store's repair area. Still good. My dad handed them to him and said, "These aren't for sale anymore, but they still work, for free." The guy said he tried to refuse, but my dad just smiled and told him, "Return them someday when you don't need help anymore." That alone would have been a nice story, but it didn't end there. The motorcycle kept breaking down. So a few weeks later, the guy came back to the store to buy parts. My dad recognized him immediately, and instead of just selling him parts, my dad started helping him fix the motorcycle after closing hours. Apparently this happened for months, 2 or 3 nights a week. After everyone else left, my dad would stay behind in the store's small workshop, helping him repair that bike. The guy said they didn't talk about anything deep, mostly small things, weather, work, random stories. But one night my dad asked him something simple. "Are you saving any money from that job?" The guy said not really. He was barely surviving. So my dad gave him a piece of advice. "Save $10 every week." The guy laughed. He thought it sounded pointless. But my dad just shrugged and said, "Maybe, but do it anyway." So he did. $10 a week, then 20, eventually 50. Years passed. The motorcycle stopped breaking down. He stopped coming to the store. Life moved on. Until a few years later, the guy had saved enough money to enroll in a trade program for electrical work. Now he had a steady career. The suit he was wearing at the funeral, he told me, was the one he bought for his first day at that job. Then he asked me something. "Your dad never told you about any of this, did he?" I shook my head. "Not once." The guy smiled a little. "Yeah, that sounds like him." Before leaving, he reached into his jacket pocket and pulled something out. An old wrench, worn down, scratched, clearly used for years. "I figured it was time to return this," he said. I recognized it immediately. It was from the tool sets the hardware store used to sell years ago. He placed it in my hand, then said something I'll probably remember forever. "Your dad didn't just help me fix a motorcycle. He helped fix the direction my life was going." Then he thanked me, like I had something to do with it. After he left, I sat there for a while holding that wrench, and I realized something strange. The man I thought I knew so well had quietly changed someone's life, and never told a single person. Not for credit, not for praise, just because he noticed someone struggling. And sometimes I think that's why quiet people seem so ordinary, because the best things they do